Katie. How are you? How's it going?
Good.
And hello everyone that's watching as well. That's with Dizzy O'Halloran, and my band at the time, we called the band the Woodchoppers because we had so many fiddlers in the band. My sister Mary is there beside me playing the mandolin, and then the two girls at the back playing the fiddles are Liz and Yvonne Kane from Letterfrack in Connemara. We used to. There was a time, a part of the concert where we used to play four fiddles together.
Cool.
And so that's Jim Murray on the guitar, and then we had Tony Malloy on the bass and Lloyd Byrne on drums behind. So, and that's Desi, the bald Desi. I think that might have been a presentation from the record company, something to do with Diamond Mountain Sessions, the album. I bet you that's it, something like that.
That's out the Gap, maybe Green Linnet Records. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that, and I see Herschel Freeman agency. He was our agent for gigs that we were doing in America. So that must have been a poster that was being used for touring America at the time. And it was Newton that took that photo. I could be completely wrong, but that's what I think. Yeah, actually, I remember that outfit as well with that's the Waterboys tour jacket. It says the Waterboys. Yeah, it's a biker jacket.
How cool! Leather jackets or biker jackets for a tour jacket. No, yes. Weatherproof for you guys.
I still have it, and it's a precious piece of memorabilia.
Gorgeous.
I had it downstairs for ages. I don't know why I kept it downstairs, but because I never wore it. I haven't worn it for years, because I don't wear leather anymore. So I don't know if you can see. Can the camera see this? It's as stiff as a board. It says the Waterboys Ireland 88-89.
Wow.
Am I putting it near the camera?
Yeah. Yeah, you can actually sort of see it there now.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so cool, Sharon.
Yeah, and I think there's MCD on the other side as well. Hold on. Huh? Oh, here. On this. See this here?
Yes.
That says MCD. The promoter, Dennis Desmond, that's the name of his company that does all the
yes,
promoting gigs, MCD. Anyway. Oh,
that's
it's a
mad.
Yeah, and I remember when I got it first, the sleeves were way too long. They were way down a couple of inches past my hand. So I actually cut the sleeves. At the time, I had to cut them. So there's this now. Oh my God, it feels like I'm wearing. It's really, really stiff. It needs a bit of. And it looks huge on me.
Yeah, it looks way bigger on you now.
Yeah, it's huge.
That was probably the style as well at the time. Everything was oversized, but else you're shrinking, Sharon.
No, I haven't shrunk. I'm the same size, thank God.
That's gas. Wow. How cool is that now?
Yeah. Yeah, we all had one. All the band members and the crew members had one. So John Dunford has one as well.
Mad. We'll have to ask him. We should get we'll have to do recreations of some of these photos, like do a kind of a then and a now. It'd be funny.
Yeah. And I remember that old floppy hat as well that I used to wear that I had for the photo. That photo, as far as I remember, was taken in Whelans. Is there any writing underneath it or anything?
No, there's nothing to give that one away now.
Yeah, I think it was taken in Whelans in Dublin. And when I brought out my first album, which was in 1992, John Dunford booked a residency for me in Whelans so I think there was maybe 4 or 5 weeks in a row that I played on a Saturday night or something like that. And Trevor Hutchinson played with me, and Steve Cooney and Maura Brannock. So there was 4 of us in the band, and we did all the tunes from the first album, and extra stuff as well, because we needed more material, so we put loads and loads of new tunes together and everything as well for the concerts. So I'm nearly sure that's from Whelan's at that time.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an oldie. Oh, that's probably around the same time, is it?
God, I haven't seen that one before, but I bet you that's from Whelan's, because it's the exact band that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
That's Steve Cooney, Maura Brannock, myself, and Trevor. So were those 2 photos together?
Yeah, they were, I think.
Yeah, so I was right when I said it was from Whelan's. That's Maura Brannock there, fantastic fiddle player from Dublin, brilliant musician, great composer, really. Have you heard of her?
I think I've heard her on stuff, but I haven't heard her solo as such.
Yeah, she has a few albums. She's 2 or 3. She's at least 2 albums, if not 3, of all her own stuff. And I remember we used to do gigs with Maura as well, like with that lineup. The same lineup. We did my gigs in Whelan's, but we used to do Maura's gigs in Mother Redcaps, and it was her gigs and her band. So me and Trevor and Steve were her band as well for the gigs in Mother Redcaps, this lovely place where we used to play gigs as well. Eilish Moore used to run the gigs there in Mother Redcaps. There was loads of great gigs, and I remember those gigs. Maura's gigs were lovely, and she used to have various different special guests every week. I remember her and Liam O'Mainley singing together as well, and Liam used to sing a beautiful song in Irish that Maura wrote. She spent years playing with Mary Black as well.
Wow. Yeah, and was this all around the time of, say, Mind the Gap, kind of 92, 3, 4, 5?
It would have been before Out the Gap.
Right.
It would have been before we recorded Out the Gap, because both Maura and Steve were very busy doing their own thing. So that band with Steve and Maura and Trevor was very temporary, because both Steve and Maura had a lot of other stuff going on, and then after a while, Jerry O'Byrne. So Jerry took over, and from Steve, and Paul Kelly, the Dublin fiddle player, took over from Maura. So we spent years touring then with Paul Kelly and Jerry, Trevor and myself. That's a very old photo. That would have been 1988, I'd say, when I came to Galway first. So, I remember those little. Do you see that there's a little
badge?
Little badge of a tiny pair of sunglasses. And I remember a fella called Paddy O'Neill. He used to be a roadie for the Saw Doctors. But before he started working with the Saw Doctors, I remember one day in the Keys, he was giving out, wherever he got them, all these, in the Keys pub in Galway, he was giving out all these little tiny sunglasses to people that he liked. It was only people that he liked that got them. So I was one of the chosen few. So and people anyone that was going around Galway with these sunglasses, that you were the chosen person by Paddy O'Neill. So I was very proud of my little tiny sunglasses.
Yes.
Having them on display, and I used to change them from coat to coat, or whatever shirt or whatever t-shirt I'd be wearing. I'd put the sunglasses on.
Brilliant. That's gas. Oh yeah, this one. I love this one.
Well, I'll tell you where that was taken, because I recognise that beautiful garden, and I'm nearly sure now that photo was taken in the Midlands. Those people might have heard of a really fantastic recording studio called Grouse Lodge, and the couple that own it, Paddy Dunning and his wife, bought a beautiful house across the road from Grouse Lodge. It's their family home, and beautiful, with the most incredible grounds, with all these amazing plants and trees, stuff that I never saw before in Ireland, like really loads of really weird trees and plants. It's an amazing place, really, really fabulous house, and old as the hills.
Mad. I really thought this was taken abroad somewhere really exotic, because it does not look like a garden in Westmeath.
No, it doesn't. No, it's an amazing place. So this next one, I think that was taken in Ennis, County Clare, as far as I know, and that's my mother and father on the two outsides. My mother's Mary and my father's IJ, and the guy with the tie is the mayor of County Clare, or was, Tony Mulcahy, and it's from some kind of a civic reception that they had in honor of me. It was an amazing honor and a brilliant day in County Clare. Oh, that outfit, come to think of it, that shirt and that little necklace. I remember Leo, my partner, and I remember the little car as well, with the roof rack, with the roof window,
sunroof.
the skylight, or the sunroof, yeah.
Skylight, I love it.
Yeah, I bet you Leo took that. Are there more of them?
There's this one too.
Yeah, there are definitely photos that Leo took, and that's either Benji or Daisy. Beside me, poor Benji and Daisy were both spaniels, so you can see the long ears. It's hard to tell which one of them it was. I'd say it's Benji, actually, because the little nose is shorter. Benji has a shorter nose than Daisy.
Oh,
that's a great picture.
That's lovely.
Yeah, I've some more pictures of both Mia and Leo as well. So we must have decided to do some photos one day, and just so that I'd have some to use for publicity or something. But there's some of me and him together as well. We took a walk along by the river there at the back of UCG, the college. You know, I like the Corrib there, and there's some with the ruin of a castle in the background.
Yes, is it Menlo Castle or something?
Yeah, I remember that outfit. So that's definitely all from the same day.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Cool. I will have to dig those ones out for next.
Yeah, I'll have to look for them. That's with Katrina. Katrina's becoming famous now as well, because she's mentioned in a lot of our podcasts. Katrina Trax is her nickname, and it's a long story how she got that nickname. But that's her on the left with the white dog. That's her dog. And that's me in the middle with Benji. Oh, actually, Sally's in it as well. Mary's little daughter, who is my goddaughter. That's Sally. She's on. Yeah. That's Mary's daughter. So, and I have Daisy and Benji. Benji first, and then Daisy, and then the other dog, I think, on the other side of me behind, is Katrina's dog as well. And then there's Mary with 3 of her dogs. She had Ruby, and Jake is the little terrier, the little Scottish terrier, and the sheepdog then is Finn, who was Mary's husband's dog. So that's all our dog family. that was taken in Killeen at the recording studio. That was taken at Áras an Uachtaráin when Mary Robinson was the president. I think there's a few photos knocking around like that as well, with Mary Robinson in them. So we were asked to come and play at Áras an Uachtaráin and have dinner with the president. So that's Mary Custy there, and Donna Hennessy and Trevor Hutchinson and myself. We're the 4 that are on the left. And then that guy in the middle is called Brian Ormond, and he used to tour with us. That's John Dunford over there on the right, with his fancy jacket, his fancy suit. Yeah, and the girl, I can't remember her name, but she worked in the Áras. So she was the girl that kind of was coordinating the whole thing. And so we played music, and we had dinner with the president as well. And
Wow.
I remember, yeah, and it was lovely. And I remember at one stage, I suppose we were all a bit shy as well, because we were having dinner with the president, and we were all trying to be on our best behavior and be mannerly and all that, and trying to figure out which knives and forks to use and all that, and because there was 3 or 4 on either side of us. And I remember Mary Robinson telling us that you start at the outside. So
Yes.
for your starter, you have to take the 2 from the outside, the fork and the knife or whatever, or the spoon or whatever, and then you keep working in.
Wow.
But the funny thing I remember happened, now that I see Donna, I remember it, this stiff atmosphere that was there. Mary Robinson said to us, anyone want any second helpings? And Donna stood up like this, me, yeah, brilliant, I'll have some second helpings. And whatever way he stood up, he lifted his plate up off the table by accident, and it went flying up in the air and landed back down, and loads of food went all over the table,
no.
and glasses of wine and everything.
Oh my God, the poor man.
Yeah.
I'd say that broke any kind of atmosphere then straight away.
Yeah. Sure, it was great crack. And poor old Mary Custy was in crutches.
Yes.
Yeah, she was after breaking her leg.
Well, between that and the plate, you were a sorry bunch.
Yeah.
Lovely. Well, that's loads for today.
Oh, okay, great, Katie.
Amazing. That was lovely.
Thanks very much. And I hope all of you that are watching, I hope you enjoyed it as well. So, okay, so will we leave it at that, Katie?
We'll leave it at that. I'd say you're probably on dog patrol now. They'd be screaming for their walks and the whole lot.
Dogs are ready for action, yeah.
Lovely. Okay, thanks a million.
Thank you, Katie. Okay. And thanks everybody else, and have a good day.